Thank you very much. Also new for you this afternoon at 4:30, we're now seeing a drop in COVID cases here in our state, which has some wondering if we've peaked with the Omicron variant. To talk with us more about it and where afternoon is Dr. Ulysses Wu, the chief epidemiologist at Hartford Healthcare. Dr. Wu, good to see you again this afternoon.
Thanks for having me again.
Where do we stand right now? Obviously, we see the numbers going down 16% today. That's obviously good news compared to where we've been. Do you think we've reached a peak?
Well, so yes, any downward trend is certainly good news. And I think we have reached a peak. I think we have actually reached a peak possibly last week. And it really depends what variable we're talking about. For example, our percent positivity peak was actually on January 7th. Other variables that we look at are things such as hospitalizations, cases, ICU events. All of them had different peaks. But if you take all of those peaks and you take a 1,000-foot overview, they're all happening within a 7 to 10-day period, probably from the 5th all the way, well, maybe a 2-week period, from the 5th to the 19th. So that's maybe the rounded curve. But I think the good news is that we're all on the way down.
Yeah, that is certainly some good news. You went over right there some of the variables you follow to kind of track when this goes back down. What can we expect, perhaps, after the peak? What do you see coming next?
So the first thing that we've always looked at was our percent positivity as well as the hospitalizations. And with our percent positivity, if this was Delta, we probably would have seen a lot more hospitalizations. I do suspect going forward that percent positivity will continue to drop very slightly, almost like in a sawtooth pattern coming down. But our hospitalizations are going to drop because we do believe that Omicron is likely to be more mild. So I think it's going to be a longer tail than we saw in something like South Africa. Because remember, South Africa is on the other side of the world. So it is in the middle of the summer. They have different transmission because we are in the middle of the winter where probably we're going to have a more prolonged transmission. And we're seeing other respiratory viruses that may also be contributing to some of the colds that you may be seeing as well.
So obviously we had Delta, then we had Omicron. Are you concerned about what could be coming that we don't know about yet?
So we're always concerned about, and in this case, it would be Pi, right? That would probably be the next one. But if it stands to hold, what would be great is even if it is more infectious, that it becomes more and more mild with each variant, like it did from Delta to Omicron. And so even if it is infectious, or more infectious, the hope is that it is much, much, much more mild, so people stay out of the hospital.
Well, that would certainly be some good news. Dr. Ulysses Wu, you had a lot of positive information for us this afternoon. We like that. It's been a long couple of years, but we'll take this.
Okay, no problem.
We'll see you soon. Thank you.